The arena pulses with energy, a cacophony of cheers and anticipation reverberating through the stands as the announcer's voice cuts through the noise, introducing the main event. From Newark, New Jersey, the hometown hero steps into the spotlight, a young prodigy whose name already carries the weight of greatness. SHAKUR STEVENSON, at just 24 years old, has carved a path through boxing's ranks with the precision of a surgeon and the flair of a showman. A former featherweight world champion and unified junior lightweight titleist, he's no stranger to the pressure of a world title fight. Tonight he's chasing another crown, his second attempt at etching his name deeper into the sport's history. The crowd roars as he strides to the ring, exuding a quiet confidence, his eyes locked on the task ahead. This isn't just a fight. It's a statement, a test of his resilience, his maturity, and his unrelenting drive to dominate. Stevenson's journey to this moment reads like a script from a Hollywood blockbuster. At an age when most are still finding their footing, he's already a veteran of the ring. In 2019, he claimed the WBO featherweight title with a masterclass performance against Joet Gonzalez, showcasing his blistering speed and uncanny ability to dictate the pace of a fight. Not content to rest on his laurels, he unified the division by capturing the WBC featherweight belt, proving he could adapt and conquer. By 2021, he'd moved up to super featherweight, a bold leap that raised questions about whether his speed and skill would hold against bigger, stronger opponents. Those doubts were silenced when he seized the vacant WBC and WBO titles, his hands as quick as ever, his footwork a dance of calculated brilliance. Tonight he faces another challenge, a Brazilian contender known for his durability and looping power shots. The stakes are high. This isn't just about defending a title or adding another belt to his collection. It's about proving he belongs among the elite, that he can handle the grind of a championship fight and emerge unscathed. The opening bell rings, and Stevenson wastes no time asserting control. His jab snaps out like a whip, crisp and precise, keeping his opponent off balance. The Brazilian, a seasoned fighter with a reputation for toughness, tries to close the distance, but Stevenson's footwork is a thing of beauty. He glides across the canvas, angles shifting seamlessly, always a step ahead. A sharp left hand lands to the body, drawing a grimace from his opponent. The crowd in Newark, sensing their star's dominance, erupts. "Look at that movement," one commentator exclaims, his voice tinged with awe. "Shakur's making this look easy, but it's anything but. He's controlling the ring like a chess grandmaster." The other commentator chimes in, noting the power behind Stevenson's shots. "That left hook to the body, it's a cracker. He's not just outboxing him, he's breaking him down." By the third round, the fight's rhythm is clear. Stevenson is a conductor, orchestrating every exchange with precision. His opponent, determined but increasingly frustrated, swings with heavy hands, hoping to land a game-changing blow. But Stevenson's defense is a fortress. Only 13% of his opponent's punches find their mark, a statistic that speaks volumes about his elusiveness. A looping right hand from the Brazilian grazes the air, missing Stevenson by inches as he slips and counters with a vicious right hook. The crowd roars again, feeding off the energy of their hometown hero. "He's smiling right in his face." The commentator laughs. "That's confidence. Shakur knows he's in control." A clash of heads momentarily halts the action, but Stevenson brushes it off, his focus unshaken. He lands a straight left, then a right uppercut in the midst of a heated exchange, each punch a reminder of his technical mastery. Round 4 is where the fight shifts gears. Stevenson, sensing weakness, turns up the pressure. A punishing left hand to the body sends his opponent staggering, and the referee signals a knockdown. The arena explodes, the noise deafening as fans leap to their feet. "That was clean," the commentator shouts. "Shakur's bodywork is paying dividends." He's not just landing shots, he's landing with intent. The Brazilian rises, his face a mask of determination, but the damage is done. Stevenson's connect advantage in the round is staggering. 19 punches to his opponent's 21 total, thrown. 7 of those are clean body shots, each one sapping his opponent's strength. "He's breaking him down," the second commentator observes. "This is what separates the good from the great. Shakur's not just winning, he's dismantling him. As the rounds progress, Stevenson's game plan becomes clearer. Not just outboxing his opponent, he's outthinking him. The Brazilian, desperate to turn the tide, lands a few solid right hands, showing flashes of the heart that earned him this title shot. But Stevenson's response is surgical. A parry jab, a counter left to the body, a right hook that nearly clips his opponent's chin. He's got answers for everything, the commentator marvels. You throw a punch, Shakur's already got the counter loaded. The Brazilian's corner urges him to throw more, to match Stevenson's output. But it's easier said than done. Mentally and physically fatigued, he's struggling to land against a fighter who seems to anticipate his every move. A sharp left, uppercut from Stevenson in the 7th round draws a collective gasp from the crowd, and the doctor steps in to check on the Brazilian. He waves off the concern, determined to continue, but the writing is on the wall. By the 10th round, Stevenson is in full command. He's walking his opponent down now, a predator stalking prey. A sweeping right hook lands flush, followed by a left to the body that has the Brazilian wincing. He's hurt, the commentator calls out. Shakur's sensing the finish. The Brazilian, to his credit, keeps fighting, landing a pair of right hands that briefly spark hope. But Stevenson's response is immediate. A counter left uppercut that snaps his opponent's head back. That's the difference, the second commentator says. Shakur's not just reacting, he's dictating. Every time his opponent lands, Shakur answers with something harder. The round ends with Stevenson doubling up on his jab, probing. For openings, his confidence unshakable. Round 11 is a clinic. Stevenson mixes his attack with surgical precision, body shots to slow his opponent, headshots to keep him guessing, and angles to create opportunities. A counter left uppercut lands twice in the round, each one drawing a roar from the crowd. The Brazilian, battered but unbowed, keeps throwing, but his punches lack the zip they had earlier. He's running on heart now, the commentator notes. But heart alone won't win this. Shakur's outgunning him at every turn. The distance between the fighters' skill levels is stark. Stevenson's landed 18 power punches in the round, while his opponent struggles to find a rhythm. A point deduction earlier for a borderline low blow doesn't faze Stevenson. He's locked in, his focus absolute. As the final round approaches, the outcome feels inevitable. Stevenson's dominance has turned the fight into a one-sided affair, a masterclass in boxing sweet science. The crowd, sensing history, chants his name, their energy fueling his performance. He lands another left to the body, then a right hook that grazes his opponent's temple. He's putting on a show for Newark, the commentator says. This is why he's the hometown hero. The Brazilian, knowing he's well behind on the scorecards, swings for the fences, but Stevenson's defense is impenetrable. He slips, parries, and counters, his movements fluid and effortless. This is what greatness looks like, the second commentator adds. Shakur's not just winning, he's making a statement. The final bell rings, and the arena erupts. Commentators sum it up. Shakur Stevenson just delivered a masterclass. The 135-pound division is waiting, and what a ride it's going to be. The announcer's voice booms through the arena, confirming the unanimous decision in Stevenson's favor. The crowd roars, their pride in their champion palpable. This wasn't just a victory, it was a coronation, a declaration that Shakur Stevenson is ready for the biggest stages, the biggest fights, the biggest moments. As the lights dim and the crowd begins to file out, the buzz remains. Stevenson's performance tonight wasn't just about skill, it was about heart, about proving he could rise to the occasion under pressure. His body shots, his counters, his unshakable confidence, they all told a story of a fighter destined for more. The super featherweight division has been his proving ground, but the lightweight division looms, promising super fights and new challenges. Stevenson, still young, still hungry, is ready. He's awkward, he's tough, but I figured him out, he says in the post-fight interview, his voice calm but resolute. For Shakur Stevenson,